Welcome everyone to part 26 of Sailor Moon Another Story. And today we're going to continue the plot because we beat Esmeralda for that red pupil. And because we're continuing the plot, we're gonna have to find the Moon Kingdom. The problem? We don't know where it is. It's not on the map. And in case you guys can't find it on the map, here, let me show you. It's nowhere here. All the other villages are marked, but not the Moon Kingdom. You want to know why? Because you have to press the Y button in order to find it. But you cannot be over a land. Well, actually, cannot be over a village, otherwise you'll just land in a village. Anyway, now that we're here, that's our upstay basically is going to be this whole entire part. And Sailor Moon obviously can't go around just up as Sailor Moon. Everybody will think she's the Moon Princess, even though the Moon Princess is right in this area. So, what we're going to do is just explore around the area. And that's pretty much all we're going to do, because there are some cutscenes that we're going to have to see. And by the way, this place looks rather gorgeous. And this right here is a callback to one of the episodes in the original anime's first season, where it's mentioned that Sailor Jupiter actually ice skates for a living. Well, I wouldn't say for a living. She does it as a hobby, and she's really good at it. And if you're expecting to find any treasure in any of these areas, well, this is also to show you that there's no treasures. However, you can also see, there's an inn right here. Go figure, there's actually an inn here. But there are no treasures here. However, there is a shop here too. And the shop and the inn are only available until we actually progress with the story. Once we do, well, you've all seen the beginning of Sailor Moon, and for those of you who don't watch the beginning of Sailor Moon, then you'll realize exactly what happens to this place, because the Moon Kingdom, while it looks peaceful and serene, even though it's on the moon and there shouldn't be vegetation, let alone life, but it's an anime. Suspension of disbelief, and plus magic. Doesn't matter. The fact of the matter is, all of this peaceful and serene environment here, it's gonna get wrecked. It's gonna get wrecked hard. And funny, they put a save point here. So yeah. There's no treasure chests again. Let's see. Wait, what was the point of this room? Really? If you could just go in through the middle, what's the point of this room? Well, it still looks gorgeous. I mean, this is probably like, again, the first Sailor Moon game I've played for the Super Nintendo. That is an RPG. Meanwhile, other Sailor Moon games either A, didn't come to the States, or B, if they did, they may have been decommissioned by the time they did. Or rather, they were highly expensive and really rare, one of the two. And by decommission, I mean by the time they did come to the States, the Nintendo 64 was already out. This game actually came out in 1996, like 3 years before the Nintendo 64 came out. Or should I say, a year before the Nintendo 64 came out. So yeah, they started getting rid of games really quickly. So it was either A, hard to find a Super Nintendo, or B, it was hard to find the game. And more importantly, it was expensive to buy the games. Because all I know is that the Sailor Moon games, oh, and by the way, I also bought a lot of stuff. The Sailor Moon games The only good games I can actually think of is the 2D fighter and the 2D beat 'em ups, as well as this game, because I do believe there was one particular game that was a 3D fighter and it was terrible. I saw it on YouTube and it was for the it was for the PlayStation. So yeah, and also they had a CD-ROM for Sailor Moon. Well, now that Sailor Moon has come back and is actually pretty popular, instead of making a puzzle game, it should make an actual game. You know, like, I don't know, a RPG or a fighter, or actually mix Dynasty Warriors with Sailor Moon. Who knows? But nonetheless, while I went on that little tirade because I was exploring the houses trying to find treasure, and I didn't find any, we're here in the palace. We're not going to the Queen's Chamber just yet. I think there's some treasure somewhere. Oh, excuse me. I think there's some treasure somewhere else. Now, let's see. Is there a treasure here? No, there's just guys here. So why am I so hell-bent on trying to find treasure? Apparently, I don't know if it's here or it's later on in the game. But apparently, no, it's later on in the game. I was thinking that it was here. But here, I thought, was where the angel's feather, or the angel pin was going to be located. Actually, it's not. What is going to be located here, however, is something for Chibiusa. And I'm going to get that right now. For you see, since this is Sailor Moon's past, Queen Serenity is alive. And of course, Queen Serenity actually knows who Usagi is before she even took off her disguise. So, in other words, the fact that Sailor Moon is here, she pretty much caused a spoiler alert for her own past. I think that may have caused a time paradox, but unfortunately, it's not that simple. We're of course storming out of Queen Serenity's room because Sailor Moon knows exactly what's going to happen to Queen Serenity. And yes, it's going to happen, just not this part. Spoiler alert, she dies. Sorry for that pause there, but anyway, we're going to have to go back into that room for one reason and one reason only. We are going to need the treasure that just so happens to be in Queen Serenity's room. And the treasure that's there is the equipment for Chibiusa, which is the rainbow ribbon and the rainbow feather. And with this on, by God, Chibiusa will not be touched again. You don't believe me? Here, let me show you. First, let's put on this rainbow ribbon. This rainbow ribbon right here increases Chibiusa's defense by 60. Oh, get back on there. Oh, that's rainbow feather, my bad. The rainbow feather increases her speed, but the rainbow ribbon increases her defense by 6, sorry, but increases the speed, no, not the speed, but rather the evasion, sorry, by 255. In other words, Chibiusa will barely even be touched. And if she does, it would be a miracle or it would be by luck. And of course, Queen Serenity has pictures of naked women on her wall. I'm not sure. I'm not to judge anybody's taste. But anyway, Or maybe that's pictures of her, I'm not sure. But yes, there is treasure here, and all of these treasure items you might want to get now, because again, certain events will happen. Ooh, diamond bracelet. Let's put that on Sailor Moon. Definitely put that on Sailor Moon. Let's get you. That will jack up Sailor Moon's attack to 72 and jack up her defense. Wow, Sailor Moon is practically a tank now. Is there anything else? Nope. I'm pretty sure there's another equipment or accessory or some sort of treasure around here somewhere, but I guess not. But anyway, as I was saying, get all the treasure you can, because again, once we speed up all of the cutscenes that go throughout the storyline, we're not going to be able to get them. You'll just pretty much miss out on them. All of these rooms right here are based off of the 4 Sailor Guardians. Jupiter, Venus, Mars, and Mercury, which is we're in her room right now, and they all look the same. Well, just like Mars, Mercury, Venus, and Jupiter has rooms, when we go to Earth, it'll pretty much be the same for Kunzite, Jadeite, Nephilite, and Zoisite. Now, we come here. Come on, there's something up here? No. Let's just go on ahead with the scene. And we find out that Endymion knows that Queen Beryl is trying to brainwash people to not only conquer the moon and the Earth, but she may have a lot to do with the destruction that will soon happen, because she wants to get in Endymion's pants. Plain and simple. That's what she wants. She loves Endymion. She's going to do anything she can for Endymion, which is how the whole series of Sailor Moon first started. We've already been here, so yeah, we don't have any other business here. And there's nothing lingering about, no secrets. Good, let's get the hell out of here. Because the next episode, we're gonna have to go to the North Pole. For reals this time, because that is a part of plot. So, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, this is RVMan985. I'll see you guys in part 27 when we go to the North Pole to see what Queen Beryl is truly up to. Until then, take care of yourselves and have a good night, because I am definitely stopping this video here.